What is up with it? Today we are watching round 8 from the LATAM finals. I haven't personally watched this yet, and actually someone in the comments asked for this, so shout outs to them and shout outs to Sang Sang Events for streaming this. We have Yonas on blue Doflamingo versus, I'm sorry, I'm not even going to pronounce this name, Harsh Jigahotha. Shout outs to him on Jewelry Bonney. I'm fairly certain Yonas won the rock, paper, scissors and chose to go first. That is the preference for both players in this matchup typically. Looks like he's starting with a Sengoku and grabbing a Weevil. That makes me think that he very likely has a Teach in hand, which will almost certainly get beaten over. I'm assuming we're going to go ahead and play a 1-drop and then pass, not using its effect, because we want to keep a Dawn open for when that Teach is played. Oh no, just going to go for the blind leader effect. So I wonder if Yonas mulliganed, or if he just really believed that God would take care of him, and he was like, look, I'll just blind leader effect and it won't be a big deal. Because maybe the rest of his hand was so good. Maybe there's some Jinbeis in there. Maybe some Gravity Blades. Maybe a Pudding. Maybe deciding, hey, I'm not going to focus too much on this first body that I get off leader effect. Like, sure, it would be great to have, but if I don't get it, it's fine. It's a still winnable game. What's more important is me having these other cards. Oh, and looks like he's really I'm not sure exactly why they're showing that crocodile on the screen. I think they don't know which crocodile that is on the board. And Jonas actually could give up two 2Ks to protect this crocodile is actually pretty interesting. Um, Not a play I would have probably made, honestly. So interesting that he felt that it was important enough to keep this crocodile. That kind of makes me think that maybe he did mulligan if he really does value having this body. So I imagine the leader's going to get rested. Oh, really? Considering countering out of this. Wow, interesting. Yeah, so maybe he just wanted to force the crocodile to be swung. Because I do think there's worlds where because Jonas is going to play Jinbei plus something here. Yeah, Jinbei, probably Weevil would be my guess. Oh, no, Law. Okay, interesting. Um, there's worlds where Jonas would not have put the crocodile sideways if the Bonney did not counter there. So I don't hate it, especially because I have to imagine this next turn we're either going to play Cavendish, which will allow us to swing um, 7 into the crocodile, or we will go ahead and play Carrot and freeze the crocodile. Either way, forcing him to put it sideways, I think, is good for the Bonney and worth the 2K. Because you don't really want to get your hand too large, anyways. Jonas only with 4 cards. It looks like there's a Mihawk, a Perfume. Not sure what that second card was. Okay, so yep, we are going to see the Cavendish, and we are going to see the 7 swing into the Crocodile. Jonas will go ahead and accept that one. So this is the sort of turn where if the Dofi has Jozu, it feels really impactful, but Jonas doesn't play it. So we'll actually... Oh, going for another blind leader effect. Jonas is an absolute mad lad. He just believes that he will hit. Okay, so gonna go ahead and rest the Law. I'm gonna go ahead and look at top 3. Weighing his options. His opponent's gonna go ahead and take. And then we're gonna go ahead and swing 5, and I have to imagine this is always getting countered. And I'm assuming a Weevil is coming down, or maybe a... Yeah. Yep. 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 Then gonna go ahead and pass. Okay. So we will. I'm wondering how many cards this Bonney has in hand. I'm thinking it's either 7 or 8, somewhere around there. Four. It looks like maybe 7. Um, the Bonney, of course, having to be very thoughtful about not having too many cards in hand. I see a carrot in there. I see a Shanks. I see a Hody Jones. There might be 2 carrots even. I think there's maybe a Baby 5 2K. Thinking about. Yeah, it looks like 2 carrots. 2 1 drops. I'm not sure which ones those are. Not too familiar with the Bonney alt arts. Um, this dude needs a Treasure Cup Cavendish though. So if you like him need a Treasure Cup Cavendish, let me know. I need to move mine. Gonna go ahead and rest his board, especially if you're in the Seattle area, or if you're going to Dallas and you want to pick it up there. I'm cool with that too. Gonna go ahead and 2K out of this Cavendish swing. Gonna go ahead and swing 7, I imagine, and then we'll swing 8. This will be the real test on if we're gonna go ahead and counter out or not. Oh, I think he only has 2 other cards in hand, excluding the perfume. So if he did counter out of that, it would basically be taking his whole hand. Oh, wow. I wonder why he chose not to swing at the Weevil even with only 3 cards in hand. I guess he just really was worried about the 2K, 1K. Maybe Jonas's slight pause of the 7 into 5 kind of just made him think, maybe Yonas really can counter out of this. Love to know if he was always going to swing into the 5 there or if that was part of it. Okay, so let's see. How many cards? I think he has 8 in hand. So a pudding could definitely be real here. Okay, so swinging 6. And Yonas is at 9 Dawn now. Actually not too sure what he's going to be doing with 9 Dawn. Did we just give 2 1Ks? I think that's the Baby 5 Searcher, which means it should be a 1K. And I think, sure enough, I think he gave 2 of them. So Jonas actually swung at life. Oh. Okay, and now we're going to swing. Is that 7? Yeah, 7 at the Cavendish. So saying, hey, give me 2 more cards. And he said, I can't. I won't do it. Wow, I kind of wonder how much of this line was planned and how much of this was, oh, okay, you gave me 2 1Ks? Okay, let's see if you're willing to do it again. Um, that's kind of what my instinct is. I don't really think Jonas went into this turn thinking I'm going to swing 7 with Buggy. I mean, maybe he did. Um, but I find that a bit unlikely. I think his plan was probably to try and go wider with the gecko, grab um, the Jinbei and then play the Jinbei. I don't know. I'd love to know if that was always his plan or not. I mean, I almost think it was always his plan cuz like going wide doesn't really matter when your opponent is going into their kid turn, right? So, huh. Yeah, so playing the Shanks, just getting rid of some of the board. Gonna go ahead and swing 6. Yonas saying, hey, last turn you didn't have any 2Ks. Do you have any this turn? I'm going to go ahead and play Law, bouncing his Gecko and bouncing his Sengoku. Going to go ahead and play Sengoku. I imagine we're looking for a Jinbei. Okay, gonna go ahead and play Boa. I wonder what he's hoping to find at this moment. So just swung 6 and then didn't swing either of the 5 drops. Saying, hey, I'm still at 4 life. I'm perfectly content taking some other swings. What I can't have happen is I can't have you play Dofi here and freeze 3 things. I'm giving you far too much value for just these small little 5 swings. Okay. Gonna go ahead and play Hody. I mean, this is pretty scary as the Bonney player a little bit. That now all of a sudden we're going to 1 life, and he doesn't have any any 8-drop kid in his hand. So if Yonas can just I imagine we're swinging 5 here. No, really? We're not going to play the Rosinante? I don't think I like this play at all. I'm also a little surprised that Yonas countered that. I guess he's deciding, hey, I don't want to go down. I don't want to go down to 2 life. I'm comfortable going down to 3, but 2 is just a little bit lower than I'd prefer. I'm really, really surprised that this Bonney player did not elect to play the Rosinante here. Going down to 0 with no kid in hand is obviously a super scary thing to do, and he doesn't have that much counter to prevent it from happening either. Like, I'm fairly certain if Yonas just swings 11 here, oh god, he has double perfume too. No, only swinging 7, interesting. He does know this is a hit though, so he's going to go ahead and play the Weevil. The Jinbei's going to go ahead and get rested here. We're going to draw 1. Okay, so I'm guessing what he's going to do here next is he's going to do another swing with the Sengoku. I have to imagine. Is he just going to load it all up on the Sengoku? So what he's trying to do is he's trying to get a 2K, 1K out of the Bonney's hand. Harisheth. I'm not sure. I mean, surely we do it now. Yeah, there's no way we ever don't swing it all now. He just conceded. Wait, why didn't we counter out of the... Did he just think, like, Yonas doesn't have the balls to do this? I don't... He had the counter to get out of the 7. I guess he felt like if I give him 3 cards out of my hand... Like... I don't know. I think there was still a win condition there. Like, okay, let's say we give him 3 cards out of our hand, right? Okay, what was the life? Is this card a counter? It has to be, right? It's a 1-drop. So if we give him... Because which one's the Rosinante? This one's the Rosinante, I think. If we give him these 3 cards out of our hand, right? Okay. Feels super bad. I agree. But we still have the Rosinante. Okay. He's going to swing at our life. We're going to take it. We're going to go down to 0. If this card or this card are kid, okay, I guess the real fear is he swings 5. But, like, he has to put us on... I mean, if he swings 5, he swings 5. I don't. It actually shouldn't matter if he swings 5 instead of all in. So we give him 3 cards. He swings again, either 5 or more than 5, doesn't matter. We take this. We take this. Let's just say he does 5 because that's the most annoying thing for us. I think we still have to take if he swings 5, honestly, because we don't. He can't swing 5 because if he swings 5, we counter again, and then we give him, and then we play the Doflamingo. So he swings all in, which means he's not establishing a character. Okay. We take, if this card or kid, we swing over the board with our giant characters. Like, there's just simply no way he's protecting these. We swing over his board with our giant characters. And then we play the kid, we play the Rosinante. He has no board. He can't kill us. And, like, because we have the Rosinante next to it, Perfume isn't even an out. He has to, like, play Law bounce itself, bounce the Rosinante, and then swing into the kid. And if he does that, then we untap our board with all 3 of these in our leader, and we can try and go for game. Which is, like, obviously just way more of a win condition than just saying, if he swings, we lose. So I don't know this player. Maybe he's very accomplished and very good, but I think that this was, like, a crazy throw. And I'm not exactly sure why he just accepted his fate as, if he swings 9, I'll just lose. 'Cause, like, even if this is a 2K, that's still worse for us than if we had just countered out of this 7. Like, we can live if this is a 2K, but it's literally just still worse for us. And that's if this is a 2K. If this is not a 2K, if it's a 1K, it's even worse. If it's a non-counter, we just die. We literally just lose. Which I think is what it ends up being. Alright, show your hand again. Yeah, it ended up being the kid. It ended up being the kid, man. He had a win condition here. I don't know. Bonney players complain about this matchup. They're like, oh, it's so hard. But, like, I don't know, man. I don't think it's that hard for Bonney. I'm going to keep it a buck. Like, there's a lot of stuff they have to play around. Don't get me wrong. Jozu, just the general pressure from all the 4s that Dofi can spam out. The Gravity Blade and Pudding. You know, there's a lot. Sure. Okay, I get it. But also, you have an auto win button. Like, he knows, or he should know at least, if he's tapped in. I don't know. Like, Jonas's list is very public. People know he's not on Red Rock. No one is on Red Rock. So if he just plays for the kid, like, he has a real win condition. And, you know, he might have left this match saying, oh, no, I never saw kid. You did. You did. You actually just threw. Anyways, I'm not trying to harp on him. I'm sure he's a great guy. I'm not trying to BM him or anything. But it's like, I hope he walked away from this match knowing that he kind of threw there. Because I think a lot of people would walk away from this match and be like, oh, man, he just had it. I had no 2Ks. I never saw kid. Like, so unlucky. When it's like, really? I think this was super winnable for the Bonney. Like, super winnable. You have 3 giant threats on the board that Dofi can no longer remove. You're going to have kid plus Rosinante, and he's going to have no board. And if your kid survives for just that one turn, you win the game on the spot. It's over. As soon as that kid survives for literally just one turn, which granted, you're going to have no counter in your hand, except for maybe your draw for turn. But you have a Rosinante next to it, and your opponent guaranteed can't kill you, so you can at least try and kill them. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day.